Right, hello and welcome to this week's angling vlog. You join me on the first frost of this year 2017, and yeah, bitter this morning, -4 I think they said on the video. There's plenty of fish top and I've just got both the rods out, so the next clip you'll see is the two setups that I've just put out. And the first frost can go one or two ways. Obviously as an angler you're excited, you know, as a winter angler, the cold will condense the shoals and make the pike hungrier, but at the same time the very first frost of the year can knock the fishing on the head, especially on canals. It just, that bitter snap, that first snap of cold can really knock them on the head. So it could go one or two ways today. I'm going to do a vlog either way just to show the difference, because I have been getting a few fish lately and I'm doing the same type of method today. So we'll just see how today is different to them other sessions and see whether or not this new venue for me, whether the cold does affect them, because it doesn't on some places. So it's a Monday morning, I would normally be in work, the rods are out, I'm about to get the kettle on, and yeah, fingers crossed for one pike today. Right, that's the first rig that's going out. It's a skimmer bream on the ledger. Right, on the second rod, just going to have a float fished herring. Right, so one question that comes up a lot is about how I do my blogging. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, there's normally only me and my uncle on the bank. Now when you stick float fishing, you know, my uncle can't be sat there recording me, so I am literally a one-man band. I have had a lot of questions on how I go about blogging and how about getting shots on my own. So this next clip that I'm just going to show is how I would normally go about the start of a session. Right, the first thing is, and the most important thing, is organisation. So that is where I'm sitting today. I've got my stove, my seat, everything where I can see it. A little bit along the bank, I've got my unhooking area. Now when I get a fish, I'll just drag my seat box here. I'll put my camera on that and it'll be looking straight at me. That's me waist thing in case we get a nice one. So that's your other organised area. And the next one, believe it or not, this is what I get most of my shots on and how I do most of my recording. A bank stick and a clip. And what this is for, when I get a run, no matter which rod that goes, I know that if I quickly put the clip on there, put the rod on, the camera on there facing forward, and as long as I'm playing that fish where my landing net is, I can see everything. So yeah, it's all about organisation and thinking ahead and being positive. You know, you come in fishing, be positive you're going to get a fish, and then think about what you're going to do if you get one. So when I get a run, if it's on the float rod, I might do a couple of seconds of the float going, quickly run here, put that in the camera holder, press record, and I'm away to strike into the fish. Right, so just looked into the first fish of the morning under my feet. And in this depth of water, they all feel like nice ones. Ice on the floor, first frost, and a pike on the end of your line. That's almost certainly a double figure pike to start the morning. Get in there. Let's get this girl on the unhooking mat and take a look at her. Right, just had on the sling, 12.5 pound, and there we go. Lovely, absolutely fantastic on a freezing cold morning. Just shows you never know. This girl was hungry and on the feed, and yeah, fantastic result on a Monday morning where I'd be sat in work. Let's get this lovely girl back. I think she's double number 8 of the season, so 2 more to go we've got till we get to the target. A lovely fish. Let's get her rested and then get a couple of pictures. And the good thing with the old sardine, she's good to go back out. I'm not tight, but it's good when that happens. Right, fish has been resting a good while now. She's ready to go back, as you can see, kicking like mad. Back you go, girl. You've made my day. Enjoy the rest of yours. Go on, girl. And there she goes. Fantastic result. Well, today was test number 1 for the stove, and she's lit at least, so let's see if we can get a brew. Right, and that brew's just boiled, so a great start to the morning. The fish on the bank. Let's have a brew, celebrate on this lovely morning, and it is the best of mornings, isn't it, when we get a fish? Relax now and see what the day holds. I say on this channel I try and give as many hints and tips as possible. I don't really talk much about tackle, as I keep it simple. But one thing I did pick up this year was some Savage Gear scissors. Now they come in a little fancy little pouch, because obviously you've got to look good in this day and age. And from experience, I've been using these now for a couple of months, and they cut through the braid dead easy, and they also cut through your wire dead simple as well. So yeah, I found them really good, so I just thought I'd share it on the video. Not sponsored or anything like that, bloody hell, definitely not, but it's a piece of tackle that I've picked up and I've been impressed by. Fantastic little bit of kit. Right, I've had a bream out on the ledger rod for about 3 hours now. I think if anything was out there that wanted to eat it, it would have sniffed it out by now. 3 hours is a long time, and with the flow pushing the smell down a bit, yeah, I'm pretty convinced if there was anything around the bait, it would have picked it up. There's 2 things I can do. I can either move the bait, or I can try a bigger bait. So I'm just going to give one of these herring jacks an hour out there. I've had 2 runs under my feet on them, so let's see if it's just a case of they want something different. So on the ledger rod I'm just going to put this bait out and see how it does. Feels like a nice fish, this. Don't think it's well up, plenty of head shaking. Does feel like a nice fish. I'll take my time with it. I say it does feel like a nice one, plenty of head shaking and staying deep. And that's on that herring. So that other rod was out for 3 hours without a touch. This one Just gone for that bigger bait. Feels like a nice fish. We're gonna half fighting. This could be a nice fish then. It's definitely a double. Okay. She does. That is a cracking fish. That's definitely a double. Let's go on the unhooking mat and take a look at her. Pull the mouth towards you, and she's just in the scissors there. And there we go. Unhooked. The initial first look at her, I'd be amazed if she's not a double. A nice pike. So she's unhooked. Get all your stuff out of the way. And all the scales are zeroed from before. Quickly check them. Just work methodically. Yep. Run zero. Get the pike. Slip her in the waistline that's wetted down. Let's have a look at her. So we're just under £12. Right, what I'll do here, lift the camera up a bit, and we'll get this bit of the video done really quickly, and we'll get back in the edge for some photos. So there she is, just under £12, and yeah, screamed off on that heaving. She really did scream off. Change of bait, like I said before, I've had a bream out there all day, not a touch. A whole heaving, she just couldn't resist. To get her in the margin and then get a couple of photos of her and get her released. So I've got my pictures, got the video done, and so hopefully that shows how I work about them, and work as methodically as you can and as quickly as you can. And, you know, you can do it, put the fish back in between doing pictures and videos and whatever you want to do. I've just been speaking to a lovely couple who've been doing a bit of lure fishing. So this girl's had more of a vest than needs, and down she goes. There she is. See you later, girl. In time for that celebratory brew. Cheers. So piking gives you an opportunity. There's a lot of waiting in piking, and these videos are the way I want them to be. If I wanted to make a 5-minute video, just all the takes and put fancy music behind it, that's what I'd do. These are more of the type of blogs I want to make. You know, sharing my thoughts and opinions, and a bit longer for the people who want to sit there and watch a longer blog. If they're not your cup of tea, there's some fantastic blogs out there that are just producing 5-minute videos, and they're great to watch. But what I wanted to quickly talk about is, it's a controversial subject, it's cormorants, but not in the way that I'm not going to get involved in the politics of whether it's right or whether it's wrong. I'm just going to merely talk about cormorants as a species. Regardless of your thoughts on them and how much they affect fishing and fish stocks, they're good at what they do. Now, if you see cormorants on your water as a piker, I think they're fantastic birds to watch. You've got to remember, they're good at what they do. They're good at finding silver-sized fish to eat. So if you see them on your waters, and you'll find that they're constantly landing at the same spot. Certainly when I've seen them, they've been landing in the same area all the time, and coincidentally enough, where they land, you normally find the pike are not far behind them silver shoals. Whatever they see from the sky looking down, they know where to land, and they know whatever signs it is they see from above, they know where to land, and they know on stretches of canal that are barren, they'll land where the shoals are. And when they're a fantastic species to watch, to find out where your shoals are on your local water. So I'm not going to get involved in the politics of what should be done about them, but you know, if you do see them landing consistently in one spot, it's the first place I'll be putting a pike bait. Right, just had the tentative of takes under my feet. It's been just tapping for a while, and now the float's just cocked. Whether it's just picked the bait up and moved off, and has let it go, I don't know. It could be moving in the flow. Now these are always the hardest bites, because either the pike's moved off the shelf and now the bait's being supported by its own weight, or the pike's up in the water and it's eating the bait. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and feel and see whether I can feel. It's dangerous because you could spook the pike. And I'd say the pike's still on under my feet there. See there. There was a pike on. I think it's only a small one, and only lightly hooked. The bait's just across its jaws. Right, so that's only a small pike. It's probably about 5-6 pound, but it just shows how I could see. I was sat on my box and I could see rings coming off the float because it was semi-cocked, and you could just tell something was about. I knew the take was going to come. It was either going to be eels or the take was going to come. The float cocked, moved out, and then was supported by its own weight. And if the pike then doesn't move off and take the float under, what's happened there, the pike's come up off bottom, cocked your float so the weight's supported, and it's just sat there because it's a small pike trying to eat the bait. It's a very easy pike to lose and a very easy way of getting a deep hooked pike. So as soon as I knew, like the bit of talking that I did, you can see there that the thought process didn't give it too long. Could have been the flow pulling it down. Could have lost that fish quite easily because it's only just hooked, but the thought process of how you've got to understand your float, you've got to know how your floats work and understand the mechanics of what they're doing. So let's get this pike unhooked and have a look at it. Right, so there's that pike that you just saw me land, a little jack, probably what, maybe 5.5, 6. Couldn't resist that heaving again. And as I said, what the pike's done there is it's been on the bottom, it's at the bait and moved up, and the weight has moved up and it's just sat there mid-water eating the bait. So you've got to watch out for that, like I said previous. Nice little jack, the 3rd fish of the day, and yeah, well worth the effort getting out on that cold morning. It isn't cold now, so let's get this beautiful fish back where probably he belongs, although it's been eating well. It's a nice looking pike. Let's get it back. I've got to say, I'm disappointed in that last pike. The mess it's made of that bait. The mess it's made of that last bait. You're looking at that side, I thought, yep, that's going back out. Oh no. One for the baiting up bin. Right, so the session's come to an end now. The video won't go live for a couple of weeks probably. For reference, the clocks went back on Saturday night, and this is the Monday after that. Back in work tomorrow. I should really give it another hour, maybe an hour or so until it gets dark, but back in work tomorrow, and you know, I've had a good day's fishing. 2 12-pound pike. Set me target at 10 doubles for the season, and that gets me up to 9. 10's going to be the hard one, isn't it? Let's face it. It's always hard getting over any goal you set. But I've enjoyed the fishing today. I've had confidence where I put the baits, which is progression for me because I'm still learning, and to get to a position where I know where to put a bait, the confidence to put it there and not to move it, just to leave it and know if a fish comes along, it'll see it. Make little changes as you go, but the general position where you put your bait, I've got confidence in, and I am learning this venue, and I will continue to learn it up until February, because it is a venue we're going to target in all conditions. There's going to be blanks, it's going to be a lot harder than it is today, and there'll be sessions where we don't get out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. It'd be great if you could like and subscribe and even share the video, and tight lines in your own fishing, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.